Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. We've got something new and exciting today, and that is the brand new trading card game Star Wars Unlimited. And this is the first set, Spark of Rebellion. So I actually picked these up. I went to my local game store's pre-release. It's a store I haven't been to before, so it was really fun getting to meet everybody and play. And I played a few games there, and I actually won a few packs. So these are my loose packs: one for participating, and then one each for winning. I won 2 games out of the 4 that I played, and I got a pre-release box, and I've actually got my deck right here. So I'm going to show my deck a little bit later. I did pull a foil legendary in my pre-release that I opened at the store, so if you want to see what card that is, just wait until a little bit later. But I figured let's start the video off by opening my loose packs, and we'll kind of walk you through this, and I'm going to tell you why I think this is going to be one of the best trading card games in terms of collectability. It's super fun to open. There's so many different rarities and things that you can get out of these packs, and I have to tell you, having played this game now, I did play an online version on Force Table against AI, and then I also have obviously played in person. It's also super fun to play. So let's crack these open. Let's see if I got any good cards out of my winnings here. These are paper packs, by the way. This is my first time ever opening packs that are paper, and it's got a nice crunchy paper opening sound to it. And I have to say, it's going to be really hard going back to normal packs because those are super easy to open. They open as smooth as butter. So, all right, so every pack will come with a leader card. So in this case, Sabine Wren, and every pack will also come with a base card. So that kind of lets you do drafts very easily, sealed events, and there would be 16 cards in a pack. I think it's like 9 commons, 3 uncommons, yada yada. I don't remember the exact numbers, but and then randomly the uncommons can like upgrade to higher rarities if you get a hyperspace card, and we will definitely see a hyperspace. It's just a matter of which pack are we going to get it in, because every 3 packs you get about 2 hyperspace cards, I think it is, or every 2 packs you get 3 hyperspace, or it's the other way around, one way or the other. So the first thing you're probably going to notice, and this has kind of been a hit or miss for this game, yes, the art, some people are really not a fan of it. It's very cartoony. Some of the cards just don't look good, and I agree. There are some cards that don't look all that flattering. The borders, a lot of people are turned off by these borders. They look very cluttered, very busy. But wait until you see a hyperspace card. It's one of the variants right here, right? So as you can see, the black border that exists on these other cards is now gone. It's now a full art card around all of the edges with this sort of like light speed sort of line effect going on around the edges. And it also cleans up the text as well. So normally this card would explain to you what ambush does, but the hyperspace kind of tighten up the text. So that's one of the variants. So you can get normal cards like this in a hollow version, and then you can also get a hyperspace, and you can get a hyperspace foil. And then there's also showcase cards, but we're probably not going to pull any of those right now. They're 1 in 12 booster boxes, so the chances of seeing those is like slim to none. But we'll definitely see a holofoil in the back because every pack does include a holofoil. Ooh, we're getting a legend in our first pack. Oh man, I think this is Luke Skywalker. I could see the -6, and I think that's Luke. Wow, what a way to start. One of my winning packs getting what is apparently like a super good legendary. Of course, it's Luke Skywalker. So he costs 7 when he comes in, 6 attack rather, 7 health, and he does like a lot of debuffing to enemy units. Now, of course, this is not a hyperspace, so this is just like the normal base version, but it's still, I think these normal base versions of Luke, since it is a playable card and it is Luke Sky. Oh, that just slid out of the way. It does maintain a lot of value. It's a playable card, favorite character, so that's a really great one to get. Legendary cards are denoted, and rarities are denoted by the letters in here. So there's like a blue L here, letting you know that this is a legendary. And legendaries are 1 in every 8 packs. In my other pre-release box that I opened at the store, I actually got 3 legendaries in 1 box out of 6 packs. So, man, maybe these pre-release boxes are actually better for legendary odds than going for a normal booster box, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, now this is a hyperspace foil, which is awesome. I kind of forget the odds on pulling hyperspace foils, especially in the uncommon rarity, but you're just happy to get any kind of hyperspace foil. So now you can see it's borderless with the sort of light speed effect going on in the background, and it's got a full foil effect. The spot foiling on the text here is not foiled, which is nice. I would have preferred more spot foiling on characters, like say kind of like spot foiling out maybe the lasers or something to kind of give it a bit more depth, but I do kind of like the way they look. I'm a fan of rainbow foiling. Sorcery does something very similar, but obviously Sorcery does a bit more spot foiling, which makes the cards pop just a little bit more. They do use spot foiling on the showcase cards, which are really, really awesome looking leader cards that you can pull. Maybe one of these days on the channel we'll pull one of those. So we got a leader Boba Fett. He's probably one of the best leaders in the game right now. I may eventually start doing videos on gameplay aspects of Star Wars Unlimited since I am playing it, and I do plan on going like maybe once every week, every other week to my game shop to play games and do little tournaments, sealed events, constructed, what have you. So event cards, you might be confused. You're like, wait, where's the art down here instead of up here? Event cards and upgrade cards and such, they do put the art on the bottom to help differentiate as you're kind of going through your packs and such. Also, higher rarity cards like this Luke will have a holographic little emblem there on the bottom, so that way it's harder for counterfeits to exist if they ever become a thing. There are four main colors. So there are villainy cards, which this is a villainy card. This doesn't have a aspect. There are, vigilance, which is blue, command, which is green, cunning, which is yellow, and aggression, which is red. Those four colors can get paired with either a villain or, in the case of Luke here, a heroism symbol here. So there's a lot of different ways that you can kind of build your decks around those colors. You can include any color of cards in your decks, but there is a penalty that you will pay. So this is a great example of why people are not liking the art in this game. I mean, look at this Han Solo. That face is, let's just be honest here, it's bad. It's pretty hideous. But a lot of TCGs kind of have growing pains, and one of the examples is I think the art is going to improve in future sets because they've already shown alternate art cards that you can win by just playing at your local TCG events. And they're improved versions, I think, of cards that you can already pull in packs. They look really good. The Greedo card in particular, I'm very excited for. So Spark of the Rebellion is our rare, and our foil is a General Taj, which is an uncommon foil. So now you get to see what it looks like when you get a normal foil that isn't a hyperspace. You can see that they don't fully block out the foiling on the text box. So a little bit of variances here in terms of what the kind of holo foils look like depending on the rarity that you pull. All right, this is my last pack for my winnings. Let's see what we can get. But yeah, Greedo, for example. I think the Greedo in the cards that you can open in your packs will eventually see a Greedo. I'm not the biggest fan of the art on him. He is my favorite Star Wars character, but the alternate art that they're giving away for playing at local game stores looks way improved. So I think in the next set or two, we're going to see a big, big improvement on the card art. I think they're probably going to listen and kind of make note of what people like and don't like, because the artwork being a little overly cartoony and like Disney XD-esque, as people put it, has been one of the biggest points of contention for this game. But artwork like this is amazing. So here we have a hyperspace Imperial Interceptor with this amazing background art and colors, and it just looks so good in hyperspace. And at first I wasn't planning on getting into this game until I saw people opening packs and pulling hyperspace cards, because this looks amazing, right? And now imagine this in a rainbow foil. These are going to be the collectible cards that people are chasing to fill out their decks with, for sure. I'm kind of like... We're being a little disorganized here. Let's see what we can get for our rare. It's going to be a For Cause I Believe In, and our foil is a Disarm. Okay, so nothing crazy in terms of our foils outside of getting our hyperspace foil, which is nice. I think these came straight out of a booster box, honestly, from the game store. So pulling a hyperspace foil, you only get so many of those in a booster box. So I think we kind of lucked out there. And you typically only get 3 legendaries per booster box, so getting a Luke Skywalker is also really nice. Let's set these off to the side. And what do you say we open a pre-release box? How long has this video been going on? Oh, this video has been going on for 9 minutes already. All right, open this up. So this is a pre-release box that you would get from going to your local game shop on pre-release, which was on March 2nd. The official release for this is on March 8th. It comes with 6 packs, which you would use to kind of like draft a sealed starter deck, and then a little deck box, a little cheap deck box. And there's a couple promo cards in there too. I'm going to rip it open to show to you guys, just so you can see what they look like, because I do think they look kind of nice. So these are arts that are exclusive to the pre-release. So you got Luke Skywalker, and look at that Darth Vader card. The Darth Vader is actually awesome. And the way these cards work is they start on this side, and then you flip them over to the other side once you fulfill certain conditions in the game and they become units. But just to kind of show you how good that spot foiling can look on these cards, and this is why I think there's a lot of future promise for Star Wars Unlimited, because you can't deny that I mean, that looks awesome, right? Like, I'm a fan of this art. So yeah, that comes with every pre-release box. So let's go through these just a little bit faster, and then you guys get a basic idea of how this goes. So yeah, in terms of the rarities, I don't think anything is really guaranteed in a pre-release box. So you can kind of get anything. There are rare and common leader cards. We got a hyperspace base card, which is nice. This is a really good ramp card here for the Super Laser Technician. Cloud City Wingguard, Spec Force Soldier, Cargo Juggernaut, Keep Fighting, Disarm, Cell Block Guard, another hyperspace Carillion Freighter, Blizzard Assault AT-AT, or AT-AT, whichever you prefer. Oh, we got a rare base. So rare bases will give your base 5 less health, but you can do a once per game action here, known as an epic action. So at the cost of 5 health to your base, you can deal 3 damage to a damage non-leader unit. Got to be probably pretty good at playing the game to make use of these rare bases, because the trade-off in health is definitely not the greatest thing. So yeah, here's a normal foil. As you can see, once again, it still has rainbow foiling on the text box, ever so slightly, but it is sort of spot foiled in a way. All right, let's see if we can pull a legendary foil, or a Darth Vader would be awesome. Even a non-foil Darth Vader is like a $40 card right now, because it is a, of course, really good card, being Darth Vader, and all people want it. It's super playable. Let's see what we can do. Now imagine this card, right? Imagine this card in a hyperspace, or even a hyperspace foil, where you get rid of these ugly borders and suddenly the artwork kind of extends around the whole card. You can see the potential. And any card can be hyperspace. Any card can be foiled, except for leaders, and I think actually a basis can be foiled too, I think, as well. So when you're opening a pack, like, you never know what you're going to get. Are you going to get a hyperspace? Are you going to get a hyperspace foil? Are you going to get a normal foil? Are you going to get a rare leader hyperspace? Like, there's just so many combinations. And I have seen packs open where people get 3 rares. We got a Yoda. So Yoda is an uncommon. We got a Sneak Attack, which is a really good card that I kind of want for a deck I want to build. And our foil is a Moment in Peace. Give a shield to a unit, which is good, because I kind of like the shield mechanic in this game, so that's not bad. Unlike other card games, I'm not just collecting this one. I'm playing it so I can get excited over getting cards that, maybe the value isn't the greatest, but if it's a card that I need or want for a deck, it's going to make the pull even more exciting. So let me know, are you guys trying this game out? Are you going to give it a chance? Have you played it your pre-release? How did it go? Like I said, we'll take a look at my deck that I built for the event. Show you guys kind of how I built it, and some of the cards that I put into it, and the aspects that I chose for it. Okay, our rare, wow, we didn't get any hyperspaces in there, I don't think. Our foil is a rare Saw Gerrera, and as an additional cost for each opponent to play an event, they must deal 2 damage to their base. Pretty good card. Seems like you can make some really nasty combos with this card. So they've already apparently thought out sets into like 2027 for this game. So they are definitely deep into their game plan for the longevity of Star Wars Unlimited. And we got a Hyperspace Krennic. It's a pretty good leader. I've been wanting to try him out sometime. One of the most playable normal heroic base cards. And, they kind of got the collectability front down packed. It's just going to be a matter of, if you're only collecting this game, you got to really like the art, right? Like, if you're not into the cartoony style, hyperspace on this. Look at that. See, the hyperspace here extends the lasers. It just makes, especially any of the space vehicle cards, the hyperspace makes it look so amazing, because it kind of looks like they're entering light speed. Chewbacca. Ooh, a Bosk hyperspace. That looks so nice. Bosk, really good card. I would love to try using him in a deck. Apparently really good. And our foil. Oh, not yet. So this uncommon could have been upgraded to a rare legendary hyperspace, but it didn't. It remained an uncommon. Our rare here, Jedi Lightsaber, and our foil is an Ardent Sympathizer. And that's a card that I've also been wanting to play with, so that's not bad. Not the hyperspace, however. I'm not really going to get too much into the gameplay mechanics in this video, maybe a future video, kind of give you my impressions on how it plays, but I will say that the way that the game generally works, oh, we got a hyperspace Leia, is that you take an action, like one action, like attack, and then you decide, okay, I'm going to place this card and play it, and then the opponent acts like, so it's like this back and forth, very fast-paced style of game. You're never sitting there waiting for your opponent to take like a 5-minute turn because they got so many resources to play with. No, you're always kind of going back and forth, which creates a really fun, fast-paced dynamic. There we go. You know, I mentioned earlier, right? I said, man, how cool would Vanquish look? Let me see if I can find the other Vanquish really quickly so we can compare them so you can see how good the hyperspaces make these cards look. Where was it? It was a little bit back here, right? It's back here somewhere. Here it is. So look at this, right? So here's the difference between hyperspace on the right and the normal version on the left. So you can see, just getting rid of that border down there on the bottom and the top corners and stuff, it does make the cards look really nice. Now imagine this card when it's foiled, and then you have an idea of why it's so exciting to open packs. I think right now I'm actually preferring this over Sorcery, because Sorcery, you know, the only thing you're really checking the commons for are the curios, which are just incredibly rare, whereas with Star Wars Unlimited, you know, any common can upgrade decently frequently to hyperspace, and yeah, it's just really fun combinations. Our rare is a Chimera, really good. I do love big stompy vehicle and units for these kind of games, so that'll be fun to play around with. And the Emperor's Legion. All right, we got one more pack here for this pre-release. I do have one more pre-release I will open for you guys. What the heck, right? It's the first video. We might as well have some fun for Star Wars Unlimited on the channel. We'll open up another one, 6 more packs, and then I'll show you guys my deck. Oops. Imagine this, right? Like, these cards look so good without the borders. So, for example, in this, if I were to do the sealed event with this pre-release box, I would have had to have built a deck of 30 cards out of everything I pulled here. Ooh, we got another legend. What one is this? It looks like it's going to be a yellow. Is this the Cunning? Oh, it's Boba Fett. Heck yeah. Okay. That's a really good one to get. Apparently one of the best cards in the game. Super playable. He costs 3 for 3 attack, 5 defense on attack. If this unit is an attacking and an exhausted unit that didn't enter play this round, deal 3 damage to the defender, which is incredibly powerful. Even as a non-foil right now, I think this card is probably like $20 to $30 just because of just the playability of it. Super good. And our foil, we got a rare foil. We got a redemption, which is a rare foil. Super, super glossy. Actually, I really like the way that looks. Wow, these do, gotta say, these look so much better in person than they do in videos. Kind of reminds me of the way the Cypher kind of did some of the foiling on their Star Wars cards, especially the, was it the Endor set? All right, we got one more pre-release box. Let's move these cards out of the way. Because how can we stop there, right? How can I stop knowing that I've got 6 more packs that I can crack open right now? Not easy, not easy. Let's put this right here. Let's get these guys over here. I'm going to sleeve these up and everything off video. Let's crack into this last box. Seems like getting a legendary out of each pre-release box seems quite likely. Obviously, you're hoping for a foil. I wonder if anybody's pulled a showcase card from these pre-release boxes. 1 in 12 booster boxes to get one, so booster box is 24 packs. So getting one of those is quite hard, I'm sure, out of a pre-release. Devotion, Bamboozle, that really hideous looking card. Our rare is Saw Gerrera. We didn't get any hyperspaces out of this pack. And our foil is a First Legion Snow Trooper for common. But as you can see, right, that's what makes opening packs really fun, because not every pack is going to have hyperspace. But sometimes you might get a pack that has like 3 of them or more, and then you might get a foil version. Here's a Chopper Base Hyperspace. Wampa. Super Laser. Cloud City. Steadfast Battalion, Cargo Juggernaut, Jawa Scavenger, Maximum Firepower. Oh, look at that. Right after one of the... Wow, that makes such a huge difference. Holy smokes. Look at the difference on that. Whoops. Spoiling the foil. Look at the difference. I think they actually made these card borders really dense and kind of crowded and busy on purpose, so that way when you get a hyperspace, you're like, man, that looks so much better. All right, our uncommons. And our rare, Bodhi Rook, and our foil, Hardpoint Heavy Blaster. I don't think I've seen this card yet. Attached to a vehicle. On attack, if this unit isn't attacking a base, you may deal 2 damage to a unit in the defender's area. Wow, that's actually not bad. That's quite good. Oh, and it's a hyperspace. Yeah, nice. Getting a hyperspace foil in a pre-release box is probably quite decent odds. At least one of them, hopefully. We got Chewy, Catacombs. So the booster box prices for this right now seem to be settling around $90 to $95 a box. Sure, the price will kind of come down as we get closer to release and the markets get flooded a bit more, but if you're thinking about jumping into this game, that's kind of where prices are. We got an Obi-Wan Kenobi as our rare, very nice. And the pre-release boxes are $30, so kind of a nice way to sample the game if you're interested in it. And a foil chopper, normal foil. I will be opening a lot more Star Wars Unlimited here on the channel, so if you are new and you're watching for the first time, be sure to subscribe because there will be more. I have definitely ordered more. Anytime I plan on playing a card game, which is very rare, especially when I'm going out to a local game store, which the last time I did that was for Final Fantasy trading card game. You can count on me definitely. I'm going to be opening a lot of packs for this because I got to build up my collection, got to build my decks. We got a legend. Command, nice. Okay, I will take that. So this is one of those kind of cards where every aspect has it. You can choose 2 in any order from these 4 different actions that you can take, but your deck must be very heavily built around this color to utilize it. And then we also got Gamorrean Guards foil, which is just a 4/4 shielded blocker. Okay, from now on I'm not going to rotate the cards anymore. We got hyperspace base though. Always nice. Those look really nice with the hyperspace. Cards feel good. They're not super thin. They're not super thick. They got a good feel to them, good weight, good matte kind of glossy finish. There's our Greedo, my favorite Star Wars character, but he doesn't look that great, I think, in the base set here. I really am going to be gunning to get his alternate art card from attending my LGS. Rare is Ruck. I don't think I've seen this guy before. Shielded. When this unit deals combat damage to a non-leader while attacking, defeat that unit. Wow. That's pretty nice. And our foil is a Ruthless Raider uncommon foil. When played and defeated, deal 2 damage to an enemy base and 2 damage to an enemy unit. Wow. Okay, not bad. Some decent cards that I haven't seen yet. A little high cost on that at 6. So vehicle cards, space cards have to be played on one side of the playmat, and then your ground units are played on another side. So they very rarely can interact. Usually spaceships battle spaceships and ground units battle ground units. So you're sort of waging 2 different wars on 2 different fronts in this game. Very similar, I guess, in a way to how Elder Scrolls Legends handled like different lanes if you played that. Well, I guess not super similar. You can interact in more ways in that game between lanes. Some hyperspaces here. Oh, we got a legend, and it is a hyperspace. It's not going to be a foil, I don't think. It could still be, though. It could be. Let's see what we got. We got a non-foil Vigilance hyperspace legend, though. I will take it. One of the only cards, actually, that features Anakin. Anything from the prequels. Not too much in this set, but there will be, I'm sure, in future sets. Really nice. I will take a hyperspace legend in a pre-release. And we got a second legend. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so what did we do? What happened here? So we had... Oh, this is crazy. Hold up. So you get 3 uncommons in a pack, right? So this is just an example of how crazy these packs can get. So there's our last common. So we had 1 uncommon, we had another uncommon, and then our 3rd uncommon randomly can upgrade to a higher rarity. In this case, it upgraded to a hyperspace legend. And then, we're not even done yet. This is crazy. My rare upgraded to a Darth Vader. Oh my god. We could still get a third legend after this, by the way. Heck yeah, my first Darth Vader. He's not foil. But I don't care. This is a beginning to being able to build a deck around Darth Vader, which, by the way, has amazing art. Super playable and good card. I mean, if you're going to make a Darth Vader card and you give him good art and you make him very playable, it's going to be an expensive card. So right now, the non-foil of this is like, it's a $40 card, but I'm sure by the time the release comes around, it'll drop to like maybe $30. But it's still hyper playable, awesome art. Essentially, when you play this card, he can attack the turn that he has played, which is really good. It's like a haste effect. And you look at the top 10 cards of your deck, and then you can pick out units, villainy units, and play them for free, up to a cost of 3 or less total. Really great card. Or one, like, I can play the Boba Fett, right? Like, if I pair this Darth Vader with that legendary Boba Fett earlier, you can play Darth Vader, and then you get to put out Boba Fett for free. It's kind of crazy. Let's see if we got a triple legendary pack. We did not. That would have been so crazy. We got a foil Alliance X-Wing. But that just goes to show you this last card could have been a foil legend, and that would have been crazy to catch on camera. Wow, that is by far my best pack yet. That's going to be the one to beat. And that's my last pack from all the packs that I currently have. What a way to end that, boy. Holy smokes. Super happy with that. Going to be helping deck build a bit with those for sure. Now let me show you guys what I pulled. These aren't all the cards I pulled. I actually pulled 3 legendaries, but unfortunately I didn't grab all the cards. I'm just going to show you what I built my deck around. I actually ended up building a Cunning Green command deck with Jyn Erso because I heard she was quite good in sealed. I didn't get to really utilize her too much, unfortunately, but I did win 2 of my games. My first game was a draw because we didn't beat each other in time because everybody was like still learning how to play, so it counted as a double loss. So really I had a draw, a loss, and 2 wins with this deck. This deck relied very heavily on space units. Some of these cards are going to be upside down. So I had a very strong space presence with like 7 or 8 vehicles. And then my ground units, I had a lot of... Oh, there it is. There is my foil legend that I pulled in my first pre-release box at the store. I got a foil Millennium Falcon, which is good because it's a really playable card. It's not just like, hey, it's the Millennium Falcon. It's a playable Millennium Falcon. We had the Chewbacca, which put in some work for me as a good blocker, good sentinel. Let's see. Anything else in here crazy? Yeah, just a pretty standard deck. I watched a lot of videos on YouTube, kind of like warming me up on how to help build a deck for pre-release, which helped a lot. I actually put in this card even though it's a villainy command. I didn't have any villainy in this deck, so I would have had to pay 7 for this. I never had a good opportunity to use it, so I pretty much just kept resourcing it as a way to build up my resources, obviously. And that was it. I won 2 games with this deck out of the 4 that I played. Cannot wait to go back next week and try again, especially with some of my new pulls here. Anyway, this has been Star Wars Unlimited. There's going to be a lot more of this coming on the channel, so look forward to that, and thank you for watching. Get out there and try playing the game yourselves, and if there's enough demand for it, hey, maybe I'll maybe start making deck tech videos if I really get into playing this game. If I can kind of brew up any of my own decks, I'll post videos and get some feedback and see what you guys think of my decks, and you can try them out yourselves. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.